Good morning, boys. Morning, mums and dads. Some of you have tuned in this morning, and welcome to members of staff as well. It's Friday morning. It's the 17th of July, which means we passed the middle of July, and it's cold. It's been a cold week, very cold week actually. But hopefully you're all nice and warm at home, and you've had something to eat, so your tummies are warm, got something in them, and you've got perhaps a cup of Milo. And you're sitting waiting for your headmaster just to share something with you, which I'm looking forward to doing. It won't be long, so stay with me and enjoy this time. I'm going to enjoy it with you, although it's at a distance once again. You've been at home again for this last week, and I trust that as you've been at home, you've been able to offer things that have been able to help in the lives of mum and dad and your brothers and sisters. And I trust that you're showing lots of that ridge right stuff approach. And so well done on doing that. But this weekend and tomorrow in particular offers something rather special for us. Being the 18th of July tomorrow, it's a very special man's birthday. A man who unfortunately is no longer with us, passed on some years ago. But nonetheless, his birthday is celebrated in and around South Africa, in fact, around the world in many places. Because he's a man who influenced the lives of so many people, Nelson Mandela. And so tomorrow is his day. It's a day when South Africa hopefully will stop what it's doing for a period of time and will focus some attention on the great man and all that he shared with us. So tomorrow is the 2020 #Mandela Day, and it's about taking action and inspiring change, and making every day a Mandela Day is his challenge. The great man lived a life where he was involved so often in other people's lives, helping, guiding, giving wisdom, and sharing his sense of humor. And he was a great, great statesman, a great leader. And towards the end of his life, he absolutely loved spending time with young children. That was possibly the highlight of his day or his week, when he could gather around a group of children and he could spend time with them. And he had a wonderful laugh, a very infectious laugh. And he would really thoroughly enjoy the time that he had with young kids. But he was a man who also led from the front. And at a time like this in South Africa, where we are having to take on challenges and a battle against a virus that we can't see, but is causing a huge amount of pain and suffering, he would be standing amongst us, and he would be saying to us, don't fear, take it on, respect the virus, but don't fear. We are going to win this together. And so if he was with us now, I believe that he would be leading in that kind of way and sharing his wisdom and his faith and his belief in us as his citizens and the people of South Africa. But Nelson Mandela was also a man who liked to find opportunities to reach into and to help other people. And if you remember at the beginning of this term, I gave you this slide in my assembly that I ran for you, what our stretch opportunities will look like. And we had a look at the brighter stretch, the RS, the ridge stretch, and how it could come out in the way that we shared our light, shining on others, projecting happiness into people's lives with our warmth and our kindness. And so I'm bringing this slide back to you again because there's a great opportunity in the days ahead, and particularly tomorrow, to demonstrate some of that in the context of Mandela's birthday. Nelson Mandela himself said, as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. And tomorrow is an opportunity for us to allow our light to shine into the hearts and minds of those who are dear to us and near to us. And so as we spend time with mum and dad and with our brothers and sisters and perhaps other family members during the course of this weekend, and particularly tomorrow, there's a challenge that I believe would come from Nelson Mandela at this time. Now, he was a man who loved to find ways of connecting with people. And the number 67, is attributed to him and to the work that he did with people in distress and people in poverty. And so we've attached 67 minutes to so much of what in the past we've done, what we did last year during Centenary, and what I'm challenging us to do into tomorrow and into the days and weeks ahead. So Saturday, the 18th of July, will be the 67 Ridge Stretch Opportunity Day. And it's an opportunity to find time in your busy schedules, if you've got busy schedules on a Saturday, but to find time to demonstrate kindness into the lives of others. And there are a whole lot of different ways that you can do that. And this slide and the next two will give you a whole lot of ideas as to how you can make it happen. Just simply a few of the comments, actually, as they're written down, the ideas as they're written down here. Say hello to somebody. That's a warmth. It's a way of saying, I see you, I recognize you. Thank you for being in my space. There's so many others. Cheer up a friend, give a compliment, leave a thank you note, offer your seat to somebody. All of these are simple things, but they all demonstrate an attitude and a heart of kindness. The next slide goes on with another whole list of ideas that have come through from members of staff, and they really make for some interesting reading. Knit a scarf, there we go. That could cheer you up tomorrow. Find some wool and ask Mum to help you to knit a scarf tomorrow. Clean the windows of your house, perhaps. Go on a computer game fast. In other words, don't play any computer games tomorrow and read a book instead. That would be showing a little bit of respect possibly for Mum and Dad and the fact that they perhaps will need that computer at this time. Maybe bake a cookie and give it to a friend or give it to somebody in need. And there's so much that you can do, and the list is there for you, and we'll make these lists available to you during the course of today. And then this is rather a neat one. Mr. Diana found this one, and it's a kind of bingo game, a kindness bingo game. And each of those little blocks there has something that reminds us of the need to be able to get involved in other people's lives in a kind and caring and compassionate way. And the little challenges and little opportunities to do good things and to show some respect for Mum and Dad and to do some chores around the house. And as you do each one of those, if you keep a copy of this and you do each one of those and you tick it off and you can show some evidence of what you've done through the form of a photograph, perhaps, then you can eventually bring that to me or send it to me. And I'll make sure that I keep a note of all the boys who have finished their bingo card, their 67-minute bingo card, and I'll publish that in a newsletter at some point. So see what you can do about that. I did mention also about the photograph, and if you could take some photographs of yourselves in action and then post those through to us or post them onto Facebook, we will put them together in a collective little grouping, and we will make sure that those go on as the Ridge 67-minute sharing into the community or sharing into people's lives photographs. So let's see what we can do with that. All of this might sound a little bit beyond some of you chaps as you think about tomorrow and the weekend and the things you've still got to do. But as Nelson Mandela himself said, it always seems impossible until it's done. And so I'm challenging you to get out there tomorrow, have a look at the opportunity that is immersed in the birthday celebration that will be Nelson Mandela. And it's not just about celebrating his life, and it's a life worth celebrating, an incredible man who did so many wonderful things. But it's also about taking his example of a big heart, a wonderful, kind spirit, and a man who reached out to others all his life in so many different ways, taking that example and sharing it into the lives of the people around you tomorrow. 2 more slides. This one is something a little different. We have one of our boys, Lelo Mafeking, who will be reading a story, his story, and sharing his story into this particular website tomorrow. It's Nickelodeon-Africa, and it's celebrating Nelson Mandela's birthday with some of the coolest kid authors in the country. And they're going to be on a kind of chat show, I suppose, during the course of tomorrow, 8:30, 11:30 and 12:30. And an opportunity for you to tune in, have a look at some of our wonderful young people in this country who are all authors in their own right and are going to be sharing their stories. And one of our very own, a rich boy, Lelo Mafokeng, is going to be there, and he's going to be sharing his story with us. Almost done, and then I'll close with a word of prayer. The last slide. What counts in life, Nelson Mandela said, is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others. That'll determine the significance of the life we lead. And that statement is worth holding on to as we take it into the weekend and as we take it into his birthday celebration tomorrow. It's about making a difference, and particularly at this time when South Africa is suffering badly in so many different ways, and in particular people, the citizens of this country are suffering. And I would encourage you to get in there tomorrow, to think about what you can do, just in a small way, but in a significant way. An act of kindness, an act of compassion, an act of love into the hearts and the minds of your family and those who are around you. So I wish you well as you take this challenge on. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy celebrating Nelson Mandela's birthday. And I wish you Godspeed. I'm going to close in a word of prayer, and then I'll say goodbye. Loving God and Father, it is indeed a very cold day outside. It's been a cold week, desperately cold, and we think of so many people in this country who don't have the warmth of what we have in our homes and here at the Ridge School. And we'd ask that you would just provide comfort for them in some way, bring people into their lives, others who can show compassion and kindness and share warmth into their lives in some meaningful way. At this time, Lord, as we concentrate and focus attention on Nelson Mandela and the wonderful man that he was, on the spirit of unity, on his wisdom, on his wonderful sense of humor, and all that he did in the life of this country to bring the citizens of this country together, we'd ask that tomorrow would be a very special day, that we would mark it with not only a celebration of his life, but as we concentrate on that life, a celebration of all that he shared with us, so that we too can exercise some of what, for Nelson Mandela, were the important things in life. Reaching into and touching people's hearts, understanding what it means to show kindness and love, what the understanding is behind words like giving without receiving anything in return, making a difference in people's lives, and stretching ourselves into the opportunities that'll come our way tomorrow. We pray that we would be able to find 67 minutes tomorrow and in the days ahead to demonstrate our respect for the great man and our love for the people around us. So thank you for this time, and thank you for the opportunity of just being able to share together. And we'd ask that you bless us into the Friday ahead and into the weekend to come. These things we ask in Jesus' precious name. Amen. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend and an extra special Nelson Mandela birthday celebration. Go well. God bless you all. Thank you.